Hey guys, welcome back once again. In this video I am going to show you how to implement validation in material table. Alright, as you can see here I have a material table and you might have noticed at the top right corner I have here add icon. So by using this icon we can add a new row to the table. Okay, so let me click on this. And here as you can see the one new row got added at the top, and here the name is required, email is required, phone number is required, and city here this is the optional. That means you may can provide the value of a city or you may not. And you might have noticed here this save button is disabled. So now let's provide the value here. So here let's start writing here name. And now as you can see name should contains at least 3 characters. Here I wrote only 2 characters, so it's started giving me this message. Okay, so now let's write here Rahul, and now you can see we don't have this error anymore. And here this is for the email. So here I have handled 2 type of validation. That means the @ should be there and dot should be there. So let's start writing Rahul at gmail.com. okay, so here the phone number, so let's provide the phone number, and it's saying phone number should contains 10 digit. Okay, so let's provide 10 digit, and now you can see we don't have error. If we provide another 1 digit means more than or less than, we will get this error here. Okay, so now we have 10 digit, and here as you can see the save icon got enabled. Okay, because this city field is optional. So now let's save it. Okay, and this is our row we have here. Okay, so now here let's try to edit this, and let's provide the value here. So let's call it as Daltonganj. Okay, and now here let me try to edit. So here as you can see we are getting the same validation. So if I remove here name, so here we are started getting the error. Let's change here to Ram. Okay, and now click on save. So here as you can see row got updated. Okay, so now let's jump to the VS Code and implement this validation to our material table. So let's come to the SRC here and open app.js, and here as you can see I have a state, and basically here I am managing this all the record here, and here I have the column definition, and below here I have the material table, and I am passing the title, data, and the column definition. Okay, and here I am passing 3 parameter as well for the editable. So on row add, on row delete, and on row update. Okay, so if you have not seen this video about the CRUD operation in material table, I will provide the link in description of this video. I will recommend you to watch that video first and continue here. Okay, so now here let's come back. Okay, and this is how our table is looking. So we have this add icon, we have update icon. So now let me delete a row from here. So here I clicked and it's asking are you sure or not. So I clicked yes, and here we don't have this row anymore. Okay, suppose I want to update, means here I will write something and hit enter. So this row will get up to date. Okay, so now here let's come for the adding, and now I haven't filled any of the form, and I clicked here on save. So what will happen here is it is gonna to add the row with the blanks data. To avoid this we have to apply the validation to our material table. Okay, so let's go to the material table official website. Okay, so material table, and now here you have to scroll down and come all the way down here to the validation. Okay, and let's click on this. So here as you can see it's saying that we have one field in column definition that is called validate, okay, and this is gonna to take a function, okay, and this function is gonna to basically validate the current cell, okay, and here this validation is gonna to take three kind of value. So first is the boolean and the string, and this is gonna to return object as well, okay. So this object will contains is valid is the boolean and helper text to show on the UI, okay. So now let's expand this one, and here expand here, go to the code. Now as you can see, the validate property got added to this column definition, and here this is gonna to give me row, and here it is gonna to check whether this name is exist or not, okay. So basically this is gonna to return a boolean value here. So now let's come to the next one here, the string validation, okay, and here as you can see, it's checking for the name. So if name is empty, it is asking to show this message over there, otherwise don't show anything, okay. So now let's come to the our table, and here we have to implement this. So for that, here let's navigate to the name column. So here validate, okay, and basically this is gonna to take a callback function and with a parameter. So I will call it as row data, okay, and from here what I can do is I can return something. Suppose I want to return here true. So now save it, and let's come back here, okay. So if I come here, you can't see any differences, but now if I change this value true to false, okay, and save this one, and let's come back here, and here click on add. So now you will be able to see we have this red here, that means this is the error happened here, okay. So what we have to do is we have to deal with this value boolean, okay, and suppose you want any text over there. So name is required, okay, and save this one and come back here. So you will get this text over there that name is required. So now here in another case, what we want is we want to check whether name is there or not, okay. So we will validate. So for that, here what we will do is here let's create a object, means the curly bracket, and I will check if, and here the row data dot name, because I want to validate name field here. So equal undefined, okay. If this is not there, what you have to do is you have to return a message and so this is a required field. So I will say return, and here required. Now save it, and let's come back here, okay. So now here let's click on this add, and here as you can see we have this required, okay. So now let's start filling this form. So here we are not getting any more, and now I removed here, but still I can't see this one required, okay. So for that, here we have to check another one property. So or row data dot name, okay, and here I will validate whether this value is empty or not. If this value is empty, return required. So now save it, and let's come back, and here add, and now as you can see we have this required here. Now if I start writing, we don't have any error, but if I remove everything, still I got here this is a required, okay. So now let's validate with the length of the name. So here we can write another one condition, and that is called else if, okay, and here we can check row data dot name dot length, okay. If length is less than 3, So I have to show a message over there. So here return, and I have to show a message that name should contains at least 3 character. So name. So now save it and let's come back here, okay, and click on this. So here initially we got required, and let's start writing. So here we have this only one length, so name should contains at least 3 characters. So now I start typing another one, and we have 3 right now, and we don't have any error. So as of now we have applied validation to only one text box, and here this is still disabled. So now what we have to do is, if this condition or the first condition or second condition not got satisfied, that means that is the correct. So from here let's return true value, okay. So true value in the sense this is the perfect, okay. So that means we don't have any error anymore. So now let's create here, and I start writing here RAM, and now as you can see this got enabled. So now if I decrease 1, so you can see this got disabled, and if I again clicked here, it got enabled here, okay. So now on click of this here, and here as you can see this row got added and name is mandatory there, okay. So now here we have handled the validation with name field. So for that what we have done is, we wrote this property called validate. Here we will get the row data, and we are checking if row data dot name is undefined, show a required message there. If the name is equal to null, that means the empty one, I have to show the required message only. If not, that means I have something there, then you have to check whether the length is less than 3. If less than 3, you have to show a message that name should contains at least 3 character. If not, that means the both of the condition got failed, that means it is a true, means it is the valid one. So now here let's copy the same, okay, and paste it to the email here. And right now here we have to change this name to the email, okay. So now email, and here we don't have to verify with the length. So for this what we will do is, we will verify with the another one method, and we will check for @ and dot. So here email dot, and here we will use a function that is called includes, okay, and here I will pass the @, okay. That means the @ should contains to this email, okay, and it should also contains a dot. If not, so here if not, return a message, enter valid email. So here let me remove this, and let's come back here. So now let me click on this. So here as you can see we have this required, and let's start writing. So I typed here RA, and it's saying enter valid email address, because this is not a valid one. So here raj@gmail dot, and now as you can see this is become valid one. So here I can write .com. So now it's time to validate this phone number. So for this here let's copy this whole thing, okay, and paste it here, and here instead of this email here we can write phone and this phone, okay. And here as well we have to check with the length, because we want phone number to be exactly 10 digit, okay. I will write row data dot phone dot length, okay, if less than 10, or row data dot phone dot length is greater than 10. If the length of the phone number is less than 10 or more than 10, you have to show this message. Okay, so here enter valid phone number. Okay, so now save it. Okay, so now let me click on add, and here as you can see we are getting required, and now let's start typing here. Okay, so we got here enter valid phone number. So let me enter valid one, 10 digit. So here as you can see this is the 10 digit and we don't have error anymore. If I enter here extra digit, I will get this message again. Okay, so here let's add a proper message. So here the phone number should contains 10 digits. Okay, so now let's handle the validation with this city, and we have to make this city as a optional. Okay, so here we have to show some messages. So for that here what we will do is, means right now as well this is the optional, so let me fill here. So Raj at gmail.com, and let's click on save. Okay, so here as you can see this got added, and here we don't have value because we have allowed this as a optional. Okay, so what if you want that one to be a optional but you want to show some messages? Okay, so for that here what we can do is, here we can write validate. Okay, and here row data, and here we will return a object. So return a object and it should contains a 2 key pair. Okay, so here let me come to the object validation, and here you might have noticed that is valid and hypertext. Okay, so here is valid we have to do. So here we can write is valid, and this is gonna to take a boolean value. So let's provide here this value as a true, that means it is a valid one, and here we have to provide here helper text. Okay, so in that let's mention here optional. Okay, so now save it and let's come back, and here let's click on this. So now as you can see we are getting here optional. Okay, but here we are not getting in a red color, and this is because here we are saying this is a valid one. If I write is valid equal to false, so I will start getting this one in a red color. So let me show you. So this is how it is displaying right now. Okay, so let's reverse it and save it. Okay, so whatever the text here we wrote, this will be equal to the same. So here let me show you. So is valid equal to false. Okay, and here the helper text is gonna to be your this text. Okay, so there is nothing difference between both. So here I can comment this line and I can return this statement from here. Okay, still it is gonna to do the same thing. So now let me show you for the phone number here. So here this is the required. I started typing and you can see we are getting this. Okay, so now let me type, and here it's getting validated the same way. Okay, so here as you can see we are returning a object, but it's make the things complicated. So instead of doing this, here we can go with return message only. Okay, so once we don't have this error, we have to return true only. Okay, so now what if you want to validate a drop down? So for that here let's add a column. So here let's call it as title, and here a status. Okay, and here the field I will provide as a status. So status, and here I have to provide the lookup value to get the drop down. So if you want to learn more about the lookup, you can find the link in description of this video. Okay, so here the lookup, and this is gonna to take a object, and for 0 I will call it as a inactive user. Okay, and for 1 I will call it as a active user, so active. Okay, so now save it, and let's come to the our data set. Here a status, and I am gonna to provide value as a 0. So now save it, and let's come back here. Okay, so here as you can see we are getting this as a inactive here. Okay, so don't worry about this because I haven't provided the hello, that's why we are getting null there. So now let me click on this add, and here as you can see we got our drop down. Okay, and here we have this inactive and active. Okay, so I haven't selected anything, and let me fill this form. So here the 10 digit. Okay, and here now you can see this is the enable, and on click of this here it's getting added to our table. Okay, but this field we have to make as a mandatory. So for that what we have to do is, here you can copy this line. Okay, and here we can add comma validate. Okay, this is gonna to give me row data. Okay, and here I can check if a status is equal to undefined or a status is null, so you have to show there required. Okay, so now save it, and otherwise return true here. Okay, so now save it, and let's come back. Okay, so let me click on this, and now here as you can see we have this required message over here. So if I select here active, now you can see we are not getting this required message anymore. Okay, so let me fill this. Okay, and now click on this save. Okay, so record got added here, and now if I want to modify, so let's modify the first one active, and here once I start typing you can see the phone number should contain 10 digit, so let's provide 10 digit. Okay, and here if we have less than 3 digit it is gonna to give me this error. So Neeraj, and let me click on this save. Okay, so now this row got updated. Okay guys, so in this video we have seen how to implement validation in material table. Okay, and we have handled here multiple validation. Okay guys, so you can get the download link of this code in description of this video. If you like this content, do like, share and subscribe. See you in next video.